Hey guys, Ken here for the Retro Toy Escapades channel in Malaysia. Thank you so much to Roy Juarez for putting out these images on Instagram, full packaging photos and artwork for the incoming MOTU Origins Point Dread and Talon Fighter set. You know what guys, I'm going to say something that's a bit controversial perhaps, but you know what, screw it, okay, when has that ever stopped me on this channel, alright? I have actually never felt that the Point Dread and Talon Fighter set is the greatest thing ever. I mean, I think that it's visually interesting to look at as a display piece and it goes along really well with Castle Grayskull if you have it. But in terms of it being a major standout MOTU vehicle, I've always felt that it really just is a pile of bricks and a bloated bird, okay, and that's it, okay. In other words, I've always kind of felt that Point Dread and the Talon Fighter were pretty boring. Right, just about every other MOTU vehicle, okay, every other standout vehicle in the series, either the prominent ones or the obscure ones, have a unique or special operating feature. Sometimes in ways that you can't even imagine. Just think of how the Dragon Walker moves, okay? Until today, it's probably the only toy that moves by having its ass move to the front and then back again and then all over again. But with the Talon Fighter, all you could do was just manually fly it with your hands. Or just have it perched on a pile of bricks. And that's all it could do, okay? Nothing else. No mechanisms, no missiles, no nothing. Of course, my thoughts are based off the vintage toy, but the new updated one for Origins looks to be roughly about the same deal, just a big bird on a bunch of bricks. But there are innovations that fans will absolutely salivate over, like these new twin laser cannons that can now be mounted on the top of Point Dread. But can they also be mounted to the Talon Fighter? You see, I don't know about that. And also the fact that the interior control panel details inside Point Dread are now sculpted plastic instead of cardboard pieces, like with the original. You know, I had those cardboard pieces there somewhere. I'm not sure if they're lost. If I find them, I'm going to put them together for a video, right? Now, what I am curious about is the actual size comparison between the new Talon Fighter and the vintage one. So far, the Origins vehicles have all been upscaled, upsized. It isn't clear just how big the new one is though. Does anybody know? Now, is MOTU also doing windowless plastic-free packages on their box sets moving forward, you know, just like Hasbro? Either way, I gotta say that it's fantastic to get more space for the artwork to really stand out, and the artwork here sure is glorious. You might say that just like with the vintage set, the packaging is possibly more impressive than the contents inside, right? Now, on the artwork for the new box, we see a whole sprawling battle sequence that begins right at the top of the flap. Okay, we got He-Man and Zodak inside the Talon Fighter being relentlessly pursued through the skies by two Rotons piloted by Faker and a mini-comic coloured Trapjaw. Not the regular coloured Trapjaw, but the mini-comic green soda coloured one. Now the action continues below. The Talon Fighter lands, Zodak disembarks, some helmeted warrior is seen speeding towards the battle on a winged beast. Nobody knows who this is, but there's an almost certain guarantee, my friends, that he will be an upcoming exclusive action figure release. How could he not, right? But is he friend or foe, all right? Who is he? Okay, the mystery deepens. Have you guys heard anything? Seen anything? You know anything? On this side, Man-at-Arms is seen single-handedly going up against three heavy hitters. Man, this is just overkill. Triclops, Beastman, and Merman. Shit, man, these guys are like the A-list villains. But then again, if you watched Revelation, I think it was episode 3, you'll know, right, that Man-at-Arms is the most dangerous man in Eternia. Okay, it said so in the episode. Okay, they showed it to us. These assholes here, they don't stand a chance. Now, onto the side here, we've got more action. Still, Tila and Evelyn are feeling catty. Okay, they're on the fighting cat, staring at each other, just clawing at it. On both Battlecat and Panther. This is a very interesting visual look here because you rarely see both of these ladies riding the cats. And it's definitely giving me an idea to post both these ladies on the Origins Battlecat and Panther figures, get them locked in this action shot, take a photo of it and post it to Instagram. Okay, we're on to the back of the box here, more all-new artwork. Here we have He-Man in the Talon Fighter, this time with Tila. Looks like he just blew off Zodak. And now he's cruising in the Talon Fighter with his favorite girl. And they're taking on Skeletor and a flying Roton. But what I really want to know is, what is naked mini-comic Stratos doing here? Okay, what is he doing here? I mean, this is like the laziest, one of the worst ever. In fact, made my list of the top 5 worst ever MOTU Origins figures of 2021. I can't stand looking at this character. You know, what is he doing here? I thought that this, you know, whole package, all right, new Origins figures, you know, the artwork is reserved for upcoming figures, all right, upcoming teasers. And you know, what is naked mini comic Stratos doing here? All right, come on. over to the side here, we get 2 panels here that give us some kind of instructions on what you can do with the weapons attachments. For point rate, you can either replace it with the twin cannons, or you could also use the radar dish, all right? So that's great, okay? But however, what about this thing's capability to attach itself to Castle Grayskull? Can it do it or not? Okay, it doesn't seem to be mentioned anywhere on the package, anywhere at all. So is this thing happening or what? Okay, can this thing attach or not? Okay, can Castle Grayskull actually withstand the weight of both the Wind Raider plus the Talon Fighter? Okay, now this thing has got me curious. I'm not sure if there's been some photos online somewhere of this thing actually being attached to Castle Grayskull. Has anybody seen that? But yeah, I mean, as far as the new one is concerned, I don't know why they've not actually explicitly stated it here on the package. Anyway, that's the video. And like I said, this whole set, for me personally, I'm not super excited for it, but I am definitely going to get it because it is an essential purchase, an essential set to obtain to complete the entire look of Castle Grayskull, assuming that this thing actually can fit to it. Okay, I suppose it can, but I'm just curious as to why it's not mentioned any place on the packaging. I guess if they were to mention it, this would be the place for it, right? Anyway, there's another thing I was just curious about is why is it the set's always called Point Rate and Talon Fighter? Because you know what? Point Rate is just, there's really nothing happening with Point Rate, okay? But Talon Fighter is where it's all at. Okay, that's the main centerpiece of this whole set. Not really a big deal, but I've just always wondered why is it that Point Rate always gets top billing and not the Talon Fighter. Anyway, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you thought of it in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys again real soon with more content right here. Thank you, and take care out there.